About 5 to 10 out of every 100 people have dyslexia. In fact, a large global study, prevalence of developmental dyslexia in primary school children, found the number to be around 7.1%. And if we include people who were never formally diagnosed but show familiar signs, some researchers believe a number could be much higher. Possibly 15 to 20 people out of every 100. So, dyslexia isn't a rare condition. It's probably all around us. The truth is, many people simply go unseen. Most people's understanding of dyslexia is still something like, isn't just reading a little slower? But for me, dyslexia have never been just about reading. It's about how my brain moves through everyday life. Imagine using a GPS. Most people typing in the destinations, start driving, and eventually arrive. For me, it feels like more like this. Recalculating routes. Not because I don't know where I'm going. Not because I'm incapable of getting there. But because my brain needs to stop and processing things that other people seem to move through automatically. I know how to completely the order. I know what the reports means. I understand how the system works. Sometimes I just need to check one more time. I read it one more time, think it through one more time. It's like taking a different road to reach the exact same destinations. After living with dyslexia for so many years, you start building habits that other people don't even notice. You leave home earlier. You double check every email before sending it. You create your own systems. You write extra notes. You prepare for meeting long before everyone else does. Not because you are trying to be perfect, because you know what might happen if you don't. Most of the time, nobody notices any of that. People only notice the one mistake, the one wrong turn, the one email with a typo. What they don't see are the hundreds of times you quietly corrected yourself before anyone else ever knew. Sometimes I wonder, do all these individuals' efforts count as effort? For me, the hardest part of dyslexia isn't actually dyslexia. It's deciding whatever I should tell people. Every single time I hate it because I don't know what they are going to hear. Will they hear, oh, so reading is harder for you? Or will they hear, so you are probably not as capable? Those are two very different things, and unfortunately, many people still hear the second one. That's why so many adults with dyslexia never talk about it. Not because we are ashamed, but because we are tired of having to explain ourselves before people even get to know us. Sometimes I ask myself, why does saying I have dyslexia require so much courage? If someone say they are nearsighted, nobody question their intelligence. If someone say they are left-handed, nobody wonder whether they can do their job. But somehow, when someone says, I have dyslexia, the conversation change. People start wondering, what? You can't do it. Very few people ask, what have you learned to do? The truth is, dyslexia doesn't mean low intelligence. It doesn't mean laziness. It doesn't mean a lack of ability. It simply means my brain processing information differently. And there's a word for this: neurodiversity. The idea is simple. Human brains were never designed to all work the same way. Some people think visually. Some people think verbally. Some people recognize patterns incredibly quickly. Others remembers details. None of this way of thinking is wrong. They're just different. I don't think dyslexia is a superpower, and I don't think it's a weakness either. It's simply one way that a human brain can work. When people ask whether someone with dyslexia is capable, I think they're asking the wrong question. The better question is, what kind of ability are we measuring? Because by the time many people with dyslexia become adults, we have spent years adapting. We have learned to solve problems differently. We have learned to notice patterns. We have learned to build systems that help us navigate a world that wasn't really designed for our brains. I don't want people to admire me because I have dyslexia. I don't want people to feel sorry for me either. I just hope that one day, when someone says, I have dyslexia, the response won't be, so you can't do that. Instead, it will simply be, oh, so your brain works a little differently than mine. And then they will keep getting to know the person. Because, yes, I have dyslexia. I finished university. I found a job. I moved to another country. I'm now studying for my master's degree. And every day, I'm still learning, still adapting, still moving forward. Maybe the hardest part of dyslexia isn't reading. Maybe it's living in a world that over-measuring people by speed instead of understanding. So if you have ever feel like you were always trying to catch up, I hope you remember this. Being slow doesn't mean you are less capable. Sometimes you are carrying work that nobody else can see. And maybe those invisible efforts deserve to be seen.
The last remnants of sincerity found a way to bid goodbye to me. I'm so far from all my family, out of touch from who I used to be. The city walls tend to close in, making it hard to breathe. All my worries start to surface. It keeps me